Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the new Estee Lauder Double Wear Sheer Longwear Makeup with SPF 19. This is what is on my face right now, and it is their newest formula. If you haven't heard already, they did discontinue the Double Wear Light. It's not an identical replacement, but I do think it works really nicely in its place. You could certainly wear them for the same occasion. I also have the OG, of course, the original Double Wear Stay in Place makeup. This is so many people's holy grail foundation. In fact, what's funny is that whenever I worked in cosmetics, almost every single person in the department wore this foundation. Double wear or nothing. So I know so many people love this. We'll compare the two, that way you can see the differences. And then I also have the Futurist Hydra Rescue Moisturizing Makeup with Broad Spectrum SPF 45. I haven't tried this yet. So that way we will do sort of a triple comparison. And a huge thank you to Look Fantastic and Estee Lauder for sponsoring today's video. They sent all of these products over complimentary, and they also extended an incredible coupon code for 20% off Estee Lauder products right now on the Look Fantastic US website. The promo code, the link, everything you need will be listed down below in the description box, of course. And I believe the promo code goes through the end of October, so you have plenty of time to shop. As I'm sure you can tell, right now I have nothing on my face except for moisturizer, and we're going to begin by talking about this new Double Wear Sheer Longwear Makeup with Broad Spectrum SPF 19. I picked up the same shade in all three formulas, Ivory, Beige, 3N1, and I also pulled up some information about the new formula, so let's talk about it for a minute. Along with the SPF 19, it also contains antioxidants, vitamin E, red fruit moisture complex, which features naturally derived ingredients including apple extract, watermelon extract, and lychee seed extract, which helps to soothe and minimize the look of fine lines. It claims to be long wear, color true, non-settling, non-creasing, oil-free, paraben-free, mineral oil-free, and sulfate-free. As the name suggests, it does have a sheer weightless coverage, a natural sheer matte finish, and it's available in 26 different shades, which I think is really good for a very lightweight skin tint type of formula, but it is far less than the available shades in the original Double Wear. So you'll want to check. You might not be the exact same shade across the board. You might have to shimmy down or shimmy up to a different shade. This is now my second or third application. They also recommend you start in the center of the face and blend out, like all foundations, but I recommend using fingers to apply, not a brush, not a sponge, because it is very sheer coverage. And I'm going to do this side of my face first so you can see the difference between the sides. It reminds me so much of the Ultra Le Tint Velvet. So fast, easy. This is for somebody who just wants something very light and natural. You want to get out the door. A lot of skin tints and sheer coverage formulas I find to be very dewy, very hydrating, which is great. But not everybody wants to be really shiny and dewy every single day, or they just want to help even out their complexion without adding a lot of oil. Now I find this to be kind of the perfect answer because it does have a very natural matte finish. The first half of my application is now complete, so I have foundation on this side of my face and not this side. I'm going to scoot in a little bit closer so you can really see the details, but I think this side looks so much better. Now, of course, we have to love the skin we're in, but I do have a lot of sunspots and sun damage. I have some redness on my cheeks. So what I love about the Double Wear Sheer is that it helps to even out my complexion, but it doesn't look heavy or cakey. In fact, when I look close in the mirror, it's hard to tell that I even have foundation on. It is incredibly lightweight. It is even more sheer than the Double Wear Light. So just keep that in mind. If you want something that is very, very sheer, this is perfect. If you like a little bit more coverage, you are going to hate this. So it really is for a certain type of person, certain type of skin type, maybe a certain type of occasion. I like coverage, but I don't want full coverage on a daily basis. So something like this is perfect for daily use, or even just running errands, or a beach trip, a vacation somewhere. If you're going to be doing something outdoors, but you're around a group of people, you still want a little something on your face, this checks the box. So what would happen if you did decide to apply with a foundation brush or a sponge? Well, it would sheer out an already sheer formula. So this is intended to be sheer. It is always going to be sheer. Is it buildable? Yes, a little bit, but to an extent. It really is meant to be a lightweight skin tint. Of course, personal preference is really the key. It's the name of the game. So if you're just used to a foundation brush, you're used to a sponge, and that's the only way you like to apply foundation, then do that. Do whatever works for you, but I think you'll find that it looks better when applied with your fingers. That's just me. As it dries down, it will become a little bit matte, but it's not too matte, which I like. So you can see I still have a little bit of glow to my skin. I'm going to quickly finish the face, that way you can see the complete look, and I have a few other Double Wear products here. This is the Double Wear Stay in Place Matte Powder Foundation. I have the shade 1 and 0 Porcelain. I like something a little bit lighter because I'm just going to set my under eye concealer. And then I also have this new Estee Lauder Double Wear Radiant Concealer, and I have the shade 1N Light Neutral. I'm going to stick with the light makeup theme, so we're just going to do a little something something, just so you can kind of get the full picture. Just dabbing a little concealer. My under eyes are definitely brightened with that concealer. I think it looks really pretty. I would say medium coverage, but it blended really nicely, and I like the finish. So now I'm going to set that quickly with just a teeny tiny bit of this powder. The compact does come with a little sponge underneath as well. If you're somebody who really likes to blot or reapply if you get oily throughout the day, or you just want more coverage with your powder, you could use it as a powder foundation. I went with the shade that's so light because I'm just going to use it with a fluffy brush to set my T-zone. This is my complete look using the Double Wear sheer. It's very minimal, kind of no makeup. This is what I would typically wear if I was just running a few errands, if I was getting ready for the day as if I was going to be out for a while, but I wasn't going anywhere special. So no eyeliner. I basically just filled in my eyebrows, did a little bronzer, a little blush, threw on kind of the same nude lipstick that I've kept in my purse for the last few months, and some mascara. And that's basically it. I also took a little bronzer in the crease and a little highlight on the lid, which is one of my favorite tricks. If I'm going out and I'm doing very minimal makeup, I skip eyes altogether. Basically, no eyeshadow, maybe mascara, definitely brows, but this is basically it. And I think it looks very polished for a minimal look. My complexion looks very smooth, very even. When I look up close in the mirror, it doesn't look like I have a ton of makeup on my face, but everything just looks very nice, very perfected. Not too matte, not too glowy. It's kind of perfect. I can definitely still see my skin shining through. Like I can see my little freckles right there and there. And here I can see some freckles. I even see some post-blemish scars on my chin, which is fine. If I really wanted to spot conceal, I could go in and I could probably either build up the formula a little bit or I could go in with a concealer. In my very limited experience, because I've only used this for a couple days, I find that it wears just fine. It kind of wears the way I would expect it to. Is it as long wearing as Double Wear? No. Is it as perfecting as Double Wear? No. But it doesn't look bad. After a few hours, it looks really good. It kind of looks the same. My face, my skin doesn't tend to drink makeup. I know some people will complain about their foundations disappearing on them throughout the day. That doesn't really happen with me, and maybe it's because I do tend to set the entire face sometimes with powder, but I think as long as you go in with a setting powder and once you layer all the other products on top, it all kind of melts together. So now I've removed all of my foundation. I'm back to barefaced because I want to show you these side by side. I think that will give you the best visual and it will be the most helpful. So on my right side, I'm going to apply the new Estee Lauder Double Wear Sheer Longwear Makeup. And then on my left side, I'm going to apply the Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. That way you can see the real difference between the coverage. This foundation is medium to full coverage. It has a natural matte finish and it's available in 56 different shades. Once again, I'm using shade Ivory, Beige 3N1. It doesn't say anywhere on the bottle that you have to shake it. I always like to give my foundations a little shake just because, but it does come in a glass bottle, so you want to be careful, not the squeezy tube. They do sell a little pump separately if you prefer the pump. Makes it a little bit easier, but I just poured a little bit on the back of my hand. You can immediately see a difference in the texture. The sheer is very watery, kind of drips out like water, and then it starts to run immediately once it hits the hand. But this is very smooth and continuous when you pour it out, and it doesn't start running all over the back of your hand as soon as you pour it out. So it's much thicker, it's very creamy. Huge difference there. This is not exactly a controlled experiment, but I do have a lot of extra product on the back of my hand that I didn't apply to my face. So yes, I poured out quite a bit. It didn't all go on the skin. And I went in with the brush to help even it out. I can see in the viewfinder, I'm going blind. I can never see anything in the viewfinder, but even I can see in the viewfinder what a huge difference this is with coverage. This side looks completely perfected. No skin shining through, and not in a bad way. It looks really nice. I like full coverage, so I think this side looks great, but it is very noticeable. When I look at my skin, I really like both sides, but this side has way more coverage, and I think it looks really smooth and beautiful. It's been a while since I've used even the original Double Wear, and I'm kind of blown away by how much I love this right now. My skin almost looks like porcelain, just completely smooth. No pores, no lines. Now I've removed the Double Wear and I'm going in next with the Futurist Hydra Rescue Moisturizing Makeup with Broad Spectrum SPF 40. This also has medium to full coverage, but this is intended to be really radiant and hydrating. It says 12-hour radiant glow lightweight formula that immediately evens skin tone, covers redness, dark spots, and imperfections. It's infused with skincare like chia seed extract and probiotics. It soothes, protects, and hydrates for 12 hours. I really like these squeezy tubes with a pump. The pump makes it, of course, really easy to get the product out, but because it's squeezy and it's not a glass bottle, it's very easy to throw in a travel bag or to throw it in a gym bag, a purse, because you know it's not going to break, but it still looks very elegant. It says to shake well on the back, so I made sure to give this a really nice shake. The texture looks very thin. I'm kind of curious because it's supposed to be a medium to full coverage, but this kind of reminds me of the Double Wear Sheer. It's maybe a hybrid. It's kind of in the middle. It's sort of creamy like the original Double Wear, but it's also very liquidy like the Sheer. I've also been pretty impressed with the shades. They've been consistent across the board so far. Hopefully that's the case with this one. It looks a little bit dark. I might as well apply them all with my fingers. can tell it's more radiant. But I think I need the mirror to really see the coverage. Kind of smells like cucumber. Well, I did a terrible job without the mirror, but wow. It looks beautiful. Way more coverage than I expected, and it's very hard for me to see there because all I see is reflection of the skin. It is very radiant, but I don't really see my skin shining through like I can see on this side. It looks kind of glossy and porcelain, just like the original Double Wear. on my forehead, I can see a very distinct line right here, right down the middle. It's kind of funny. I am loving this side. Loving it. I love this still. Don't get me wrong, I still really like this side, but I think this is more of that light, fresh-faced, get-out-the-door type of makeup style. But, you know, even on filming days, like an everyday makeup for me, because I film a lot of YouTube videos, even if I'm not getting ready, if I'm just talking about fragrances or talking about a product, I generally do wear more of a full coverage face. Now that we've seen all three formulas on the skin, what are your thoughts? Comment down below, let me know which one of these is your favorite. I really like them all. It's hard to choose favorites because I think they kind of serve a different purpose. I could see the same person having all of these. But if I had to describe them in maybe one word or a few words, I would say the Double Wear Sheer is very functional. This foundation just makes perfect sense because most people, not everybody, but most people aren't going to throw on a full face of makeup every single day, especially, you know, in a post-pandemic world when a lot of people are just hopping on Zooms really quickly. They're not going to the office every day. This is that little something something just to help even out your complexion. You got a little skincare, a little SPF in there. Kind of does the trick, but it's not that crazy. And then Double Wear is just kind of that perfect long wear, full coverage, kind of special occasion foundation. Great for a date night, great for photos. Doesn't have SPF in it. And I don't know if this one has skincare. I will have to look it up. But it doesn't need that. I feel like the real reason you're going to wear Double Wear is because you are trying to perfect the face. If you're looking to just perfect and that's it, you want something that's going to stay all day, kind of like a sweat-proof 24-hour foundation, you already know. This is your favorite. I used to very lovingly refer to this as face concrete because it was just that full coverage staying power. Once you applied it on the skin and it dried down, it's not going to budge. And it's not a bad price either. With the additional 20% discount, I mean, it's amazing. Now this is new to me and it's very dreamy. So it's very hard for me to truly judge at the moment. I've only worn this for probably an hour on half of my face. But I think this is kind of a dream for the winter months, the colder months, for mature skin, for dry skin. I think this is just so delicious and smooth and perfecting and just wow. Dreamy. Really, really love this. I'm so impressed. I cannot wait to apply this all over my face and do a full face of makeup. That does it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, questions down below. As always, I will be linking everything mentioned, everything on my face. The promo code for Look Fantastic will be down below in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.